Hey, Les Raymond here with the Mindful Movement. Good morning. It's early Friday here before my morning practice. Don't have the mic on today, so hopefully you can hear me okay. The birds are chirping, so hopefully the technology is good enough. I just want to remind everybody today is actually the last day to enroll for the 5-week Living Fulfilled course through the Mindful Movement. Enrollment will end this evening and it begins tomorrow. I'm really excited for those that have already signed up. And if you're on the fence about it, I just wanted to reach out, maybe paint a picture for you and set expectations, see if it helps you make that leap. The solstice is around the corner, and I can't really think of a better time to really connect with the ideas of change and what that might look like for you. So we're always kind of a function of how we spend our time. So when we're looking at changing behavior, it's really about looking at how we spend our time and then doing things differently. Otherwise, our trajectory kind of remains constant. So if you feel like you're somewhere in life where you'd like to move in a different direction, this is a great tool to kind of help you along that way. And I'll give you some examples. If you're right here in life, so follow my fingers here, I'll try to paint the picture. If you're right here in life and you're on this trajectory so that maybe 12 months from now you're here, well, if we make a little change in this one of the categories that really, adds up to our state of well-being and how we experience really what the human experience is, if we make a little change, let's say it's adding, 15 minutes more sleep, going to bed 15 minutes earlier. We don't think of it very much. So in the beginning, we might not even notice it. But over time, that works out to be over 90 hours of sleep over the course of the year. So imagine what good things can come out of getting 90 hours of sleep. So 12 months from now, instead of here, you're up here. And if you could look back and realize you're really a different person, a different organism. And you could take the other categories in life and kind of make little changes in each one. I'll give you another example. Let's talk about nutrition. This is one that's very common for people to really, find themselves challenged navigating. We get so used to what we're consuming that, even thinking about the idea of change could be challenging. So, but if you take a small step and maybe you look at maybe one food group, maybe there's a food group that you continuously have that doesn't serve you very well, and you swap it for something that does. Well, that's another item that could really alter the trajectory over time. Or maybe it's exercise. Maybe you get a little bit more movement in your life, or maybe a little bit less movement. Maybe you're a hard driver and you work 50 hours a week and you still make time for, go hard at the gym 5 or 6 hours a week. Maybe the best thing you could do is learn how to take the foot off the gas a little bit and coast a little bit. Maybe adding more self-care into your life and kind of get addition by subtraction. And you make all these little changes and they all add up, and they add up big time. So that down the road you realize you're in a different place. And this can go with, our career choices or our relationships, or maybe how we spend our time thinking and the way that we are using our thoughts, and being able to pause and observe, this is the way I'm thinking now. How do I want to shape my thoughts? And how do I navigate change in that? That's a very powerful effect. And sometimes when we're in the routine that we're in, it's hard to reflect on our behavior, and without really observing where we are now, it's hard to make change to go forward. And the course kind of has you guided through that process of pausing in your life, reevaluating, re-identifying which directions you want to go, and then kind of seeing, well, how do I apply that? What are the little changes I can make day to day to move me in that direction? If we change the way we think, we're really altering the way we're interpreting our environment, and that could change our stress response and how we respond to all the things that go on in our life. And I have a client recently. I'll share his story. He struggled with body composition for really as long as I've known him. He's carried around a lot of excess fat. He's really been challenged navigating that process, and he's struggled with it. And he's a hard worker. He loves his job, works hard at it. He's really go. And it's funny. He's got some other things in his life now too that are positive in nature, but still are layering more stress. And sometimes we don't realize the things that we enjoy can be stressful too. So he's got a lot of things going on. He's got a lot of stress in his life. So he went on vacation for a week. He came back last week, and he came up to me and said, Les, it's the strangest thing. I just got back from vacation. I'm down 7 pounds. I ate like terribly all week. And I thought, well, of course. It's probably the first time in years that this guy really relaxed and let his nervous system, calm down and let those functions that it's responsible for kind of resume normal function. It's the first time he's allowed the parasympathetic system to take over, and probably digested his food better, probably improved his sleep better. So even though he didn't eat well, his body responded really well to just getting away from the stressful experience for a little while. And, sometimes, when you're in the stressful experience, you can't see those things. And what the course does is allows you to use a tool to kind of guide you through that process. So again, if you're on the fence about it, I do encourage you to take the leap, and it does close tonight. So if you have questions, try to shoot us an email today, and we'll get back to you as soon as we can, and we'll hope to see you at the course tomorrow. Have a great one.